When Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, the sheriff at that time chose not to evacuate the jail, and it flooded. It was a horrific scene, and now the jail is being evacuated before big storms. To prepare for this hurricane season, the jail ran through a mock evacuation. Eleanor Tabone was there, and she brings us the story.
Lessons have been learned since Hurricane Katrina.
What we learned specifically from that is that we cannot wait to make decisions on whether we're going to evacuate those people we're entrusted with caring for.
In the lead up to the 2005 Category 3 storm making landfall, then Mayor Ray Nagin ordered the city's first mandatory evacuation. Orleans Parish Sheriff Marlon Gusman decided not to evacuate the jail. But when the city flooded, so did the jail. Sherman Singleton was in the parish jail when Hurricane Katrina hit.
We woke up the next morning and looked out the window, and oh my God, the water had to be 12 feet in the air. I'm like, you could see the top of cars.
We will be making assessments much earlier regarding whether or not we need to evacuate the 1,200 folks in our facilities.
Current Sheriff Susan Hudson says they're not taking any risks and will evacuate if needed.
During this exercise, our administrative and security personnel will simulate the process that we will initiate in the event of a Category 2 storm or higher.
How that'll work, those in custody will get food and water. Then
the residents in the jail will be given armbands that security and IT personnel will use to properly record who they are, what bus they are on, and where they would be transported to.
Major Silas Phipps with the Sheriff's Office says inmates will be transported to a State Department correctional facility.
Select number of staff that will travel with the residents. We have a group that will go up the night before we start evacuating our residents. They will be the staff that will be there to receive them as they arrive.
Residents will not be returned to this facility until all systems are functioning properly.
Sheriff Hudson says if the storm gets here faster than they'd be able to evacuate, the jail will have a shelter in place.
We have 2 giant diesel and 2 giant gas-powered generators. They're about the size of a bus.
It's very, very important that they definitely get those guys out as soon as possible.
The sheriff says those inside with mental health concerns or on medication will continue to get the care they need. She promises all families, inmates will be safe this hurricane season. Eleanor Tabone, WWL, Louisiana.
The State Department of Corrections said in part it is prepared for hurricane season and it's ready to help its local partners, saying, quote, at the request of local sheriffs, the department coordinates and assists in the evacuation of local level jails to move the inmate population out of the path of approaching tropical storms and hurricanes.